Welcome to Shadows of Prophecy, a D&D real play podcast following the ill-omened web of lives whispered by the void, their names repeated in the darkness. Shadows of Prophecy is a Dungeons & Dragons podcast with violent themes and adult language. Listener discretion is advised. With us today to traverse through adventures of guts and guile and maybe a little bile, we have myself, Timothy, as our ambivalent DM.
Dan, the human and kind of elf, scholar and rogue, and quicker, picker upper, Ren. That was good, right?
Yeah, that's good.
And just part elf.
Yeah.
Little bitty elf.
His ears are just very slightly pointed.
Oh.
I'm Chris. I'm playing the Tiefling Cleric, and Who Let the Fog Out? Salvador Sorrows.
It's becoming that episode.
This is the musical episode, by the way.
Oh, no. Hi, I'm Russell. I'm playing Upri. I helped.
And I am Kendrick, and I am playing the half-elf Yonsei, and no, you did not.
Oh, yeah, I'm also a half-orc, which I constantly forget to say.
Last time on Shadows of Prophecy, Yonsei connected briefly with their dearly departed Blades, but Madame Vera's limited powers closed the line before they could find resolution. A decoded cryptic message pointed them towards the sublime odium. On their way, however, they were well met with their good friend, the Pustulous Eye. But that would have to wait, however, as Salvador's kind heart mistakenly created a scene of chaos. Clouded vision, colliding bodies, power, control, revolt, tension, a still beating heart. The party bolted down an alley, shaking only the fortunate guards. The fate of the clerics, however, was that of a grim demise, as our apostates sunk deeper down a corrupted path, losing control. We sit now in this foggy alley, exchanging little words, but massive emotions. Join us as we enter the Shadows of Prophecy. Act 1. In the Shadows. Chapter 13. Broken Glass. Even I'm surprised. I guess that nudge did its trick. I'm on the edge of my chair. Alright, so the four of you are in this alley. Yonsei's backed away from Upri, cowering against the edge of the alley. What are you all doing?
I'm keeping an eye out for more guards. So I saw nothing.
Is the fog still there?
Where exactly are we now? We're in a different alley than where we had Sharon and Carol.
Nope, same
No,
alley.
oh,
You're
okay.
just
Yeah,
on the
still-
edge of that fog cloud.
Sharon is probably still beating the shit out of Carol's dead body.
Yeah, the fog cloud's still up.
Yeah, you hear this fleshy just thump over and over again. And the more it goes on, the more there's this like squish appended to that sound.
You hear from, I guess, well, you said the fog cloud is gone.
No, it's here.
Oh, okay. You hear from outside the fog cloud, you can stop now. And Sharon stops.
There's an eerie silence in the alley.
I feel like Upri is probably just collapsed on the ground, like kind of sitting on her knees or kneeling. I think a little bit in shock.
All you can hear from Yonsei is his breath. You can see how much in shock they are in right now. Looking kind of crazy or crazed. We should probably go.
Upri's gonna stand up and kind of wipe her cheek. Ren, time to go.
Yeah, I think we're clear anyways. And I'll get up and I'm gonna try and find Sharon in the fog cloud.
So you step back into the cloud of fog and you make your way towards the center of it. And sure enough, there is Sharon, headless Sharon, hunched over the other corpse. It's been pulverized. There's blood and guts just like oozing out over the cobblestone of the road.
Poor Carol. I'm going to take my short sword and put it through Sharon's heart. I'm just going to put her out. I don't need a zombie at this point. It's not going to be great to walk around the city with a zombie, so.
All right. So you easily press the sword straight through Sharon's heart, and she collapses on the hilt of your sword. You can nudge her off as you pull your sword out, and her body collapses to the ground with a soft thud.
Upri's going to run out of the fog cloud and look for Yancey.
What state does Upri find you in, Yancey?
Yancey is still on the floor, still crazed looking, just in shocked about what has just happened. So as Upri finds me, I've honestly haven't gone too far. Yancey looks up at Upri. You stay away from me.
Jan,
No, back away from me.
Jan, I'm so sorry, but we gotta go.
No, you stay away from me.
Okay. And she walks away. Sale?
Oh, I have your hammer.
Oh, thank you. Can you help Jan?
Yeah, I wander over to Yancey. Is Yancey injured, like physically bleeding, or no?
Yes. There was a little fairy that exploded on his shoulder, as well as some. I think you hit me with your.
I hit you for 17 damage with the hammer?
Okay.
Yes, so I am bleeding.
Okay, yeah, I'll give
Probably
you,
internally.
I'll give
Definitely
you a
intern.
healing word. And the healing word is haste. As I try to move us along into a side street.
No, you stay away from me too. You all stay away from me.
Oh, shit.
What's going on?
Oh, just some sibling kerfuffle.
You attacked me.
I'm so sorry, Jan.
I was just trying to stop you. And you just said you attacked me. You tried to kill me.
When I'm like that, I don't have any control.
After everything I've done, that's how you treat me.
Jan, I'm sorry. I don't know what else I can offer.
I know what you can offer. You just fucking stay away from me right now.
That's what I figured. And she'll just kind of walk away down the alley.
Yancey is just doesn't know what to do at this point. Yancey is just kind of stuck in the present.
You got 10 HP.
Great. Which means I'm back at full health because I did have my true whatever that thing is that I had. So I only took away a small amount.
The constant field of false life.
What's it called? I'll remember it later. But yeah, you can tell that Yancey is just in their head, just there, not really caring about what's happening around them or what may happen if they are discovered.
Well, I feel like I need to apologize. I depicted that situation going a whole lot differently, and I'm sorry to have put you two in that situation where you were forced to do what happened.
Yancey says nothing.
Ren will emerge from the fog cloud, hands covered in blood. So I think I arranged the bodies so it looks like, oh, what happened?
Oh, these people attacked each other. Are you acting for the corpses or Yancey?
No, Yancey.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were acting.
People. Okay.
No, I put down Sharon and I arranged the bodies so it looked like there was just a scuffle and not much more than that.
Okay.
Well, what's going on here?
Yancey says nothing.
We can talk about it tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds like we should find an inn or something to lay low in for the day.
Yeah.
The rest of the day.
Is there an inn in the second tier? I think there
I'm
is.
sure there is.
There is actually. So it is the White Flask Inn and Tavern, and you'll find it in the Market District, which is actually not too far from here.
Mm.
You could probably make it there in under 10 minutes.
I feel like we gotta clean up somewhere. Showing up bloody is not a great look.
I mean, who's bloody? I mean, besides
Yeah,
my
besides
hands.
you, yeah.
I mean, I can clean off my hands. I got water and...
Yancey still isn't moving.
Like you're sitting on the ground.
Yeah. Yancey is in a state of shock at this point, so they may need some help getting up and stuff like that.
You look like you've got a nasty bruise on your chest. Do you want me to look at that?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Here, I'm going to pass you just like a little vial of liquid. This will, I mean, it's not going to help too much, but you won't feel it as much. I'm just going to...
Yancey looks at the vial, then looks back at Ren, looks at the vial, then back at Ren, then to Upri, grabs the vial, and scoots back a little bit more.
Okay. All right.
Just for clarification, Upri walked away.
Oh,
Is standing like 30 feet or so at towards the end of the alley.
Then Yancey looked at where Upri used to be.
Where'd she go? But yeah. Okay. To the inn.
Yancey's still
Oh, you're still stationary.
We
state of shock.
Grab
we
your
should
hand.
go. Yeah, I'm going to try and help you up. Just like get down next to you and try and like, not scoop you, but like under the shoulder.
At this point, you hear some footsteps on the cobblestone around the corner, down the alley in which Sharon and Carol currently lie.
It's now or never. We gotta go.
There's no resistance when you pick Yancey up.
Okay. Well,
Between us, yeah,
we'll help
carrying
you along. Yeah.
Yancey's just quiet, in shock.
All right. So the four of you make your way down the winding roads of Harrow towards the White Flask Inn and Tavern. As you are leaving this space, you do hear some shouting from that alley. You could suppose that somebody has come across the two corpses and they are shouting for help. You drag Yancey along.
Ouch.
Around 10 minutes or so after kind of stumbling through a couple alleys, trying to take the longer routes as to not attract too much attention with the sight of you all, and arrive at the stoop of the White Flask Inn and Tavern. It's a pretty standard looking tavern. In terms of architecture, it matches the rest of the buildings in this area pretty closely. Just kind of a rectangular building made of sandstone, no fancy embellishments, pretty plain and mundane. It is late afternoon at this point, and so you can hear some people inside, but doesn't seem too busy.
Is there anyone on the street in front?
You've passed a couple people along the way, but kept your distance.
Is there like a trough of water for horses?
There is, actually.
Let's get cleaned up.
I thought you were going to jump in it.
I'm clean, so I'll go in and I'll try to purchase a room.
And then after we clean the blood off, I'm going to tip it over so there's not just a bloody trough hanging out in front.
The health inspector walks by.
Okay. So you start to wash yourself in the horse trough, trying to avoid too much attention. So when you hear people coming by, you kind of duck to the side of the building, try to look a little casual. Give me a deception check, actually.
Both of us?
Yeah, give me deception checks.
Do I?
What did I just roll?
You were
I
a
didn't-
D100.
Yeah, I rolled a D100.
Cthulhu.
I'm
Your
going to
deception
call it
was real
Cthulhu
great.
mode.
Oh no, my guy. I mean,
That's a 9.
A 9. Okay.
I got an 11.
All right.
I got a 4.
Okay. So you can even tell in the moment that, like, there's nothing about what you're doing that is casual. Like, it's very forced. And, like, you even, like, it gets to the point where you're, like, sitting there trying to, like, lean up against the wall, make it look like you weren't just washing yourself in the trough. And it feels so forced that you even drop the charade altogether. You're like, whatever. And you just start washing yourself in the tub.
Does anyone look at me?
Yeah, you get some pretty dirty looks.
I shout at them. What? You never seen poor people before? Go on, get it.
This is the middle tier of the city.
Actually, could you spare some change, sir, ma'am?
They kind of like do that thing where they grab their clothes and pull it like
Please,
in
I'm
towards
so
their
hungry.
chest and like walk a little bit sideways to kind of keep their distance from you, and they just kind of have this like grimace on their face as they scurry away.
Beyonce looks at the people that Upri is talking to. Don't listen to her. Run. Run!
Maybe don't draw attention to us. Yeah, just like, don't.
Beyonce says nothing.
Inside, Salvador, you walk in. There's a couple people just kind of definitely, I mean, everybody's kind of locals in this area. It's a very residential part of the city, and a couple of people sitting at tables having like a later lunch, maybe a drink or two. The bar is currently just being cleaned by a scruffier looking gentleman. You can see like a long kind of grayish black beard hanging out of like a hood that he has pulled up, kind of like a wrap with a hood, and he's just kind of wiping down the counters as you walk in.
Hello there, I say very casually. I was wondering if you have a room that I might be able to rent.
Yeah, welcome on in. How many beds you need?
Just 2 or 4.
2 or 4. What a range. Yeah, do you want 2 or 4?
I'll take
4 beds. So that's gonna be 5 silver apiece.
Okay. Is that 5 silver just for the room, or
Per bed.
per bed? Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
I slide over 2 gold.
All right. Let me grab the keys for you and back, and can get you anything else while you're here.
What do you recommend? As in terms of a drink, or is there
Are you more of a beer or an ale?
ale?
All right, we'll get you the ale.
Sounds good to me. I wait for him to come back with the keys.
He continues wiping the table, finishes up after like a couple seconds, throws the rag over his shoulder, and then goes into the back.
I go out to whisper to the bloody trio that I was able to get some beds. So I pull out Tanebe's old husband's clothes and I toss them to whoever looks the bloodiest to say, you could probably put this on to at least cover your... What state are they in now? Like, do they look cleaner or do they just look like they're wet and bloody now?
Probably a little bit in between.
Okay.
They've been able to like wash a lot of the blood off, but like now they're just kind of a hot mess of like, they're wet, they're probably kind of sticky, their hair is probably very like gross and tousled and wet.
bald.
Yeah, I toss mine to Upri and I say, you can put this over as like a cloak.
Okay.
And I walk back. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, it's just Ren's hands were bloody because he just rearranged the bodies. He didn't,
Oh,
and
okay.
I never actually went up and stabbed somebody.
Yeah.
Aubrey's covered in splatter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe some gray matter in her hair.
And I walk back in to see if the barkeep's come back.
So as you walk back in, you see him entering back from the back room. He has 2 keys that he just holds out to you. And then he grabs a mug from below the bar and just fills it with a tap and pushes it over to you
Thank you kindly.
and gets back to work.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I guess at this point we walk in
Yeah.
to the tavern.
Disheveled, but okay.
All right. So you walk in. You do get a couple weird looks. You're, again, very much outsiders, but people don't seem to mind too much. And you're able to walk past the tavern, and there are some stairs that would take you up to your rooms upstairs.
So we have the keys already, right?
Yep, I got the keys.
Beyonce grabs a key from you and starts walking up. I need to be alone. Especially from you. And I point to Upri. I walk up.
Jan.
I don't know if these are single rooms or I think they're double, so you're going to have to bunk with at least one other person.
I want to be alone. I keep walking.
I look to Ren. Is it okay? I'll sleep on the floor, I guess.
I'm down for some platonic spooning.
As you say, drenched and dripping with blood.
But what is the situation of the rooms? Is it like a dormer sort of room where just a bunch of beds?
So they're doubles.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
What I assumed.
So they are 2 doubles. Not much in the way of amenities.
Okay.
Pretty standard fare.
Are there windows?
They're small. One of them does have a window. The other does not.
I take that one.
Curses!
I will follow Yancey and just set my pack down in the same room next to the other bed. I'll leave you alone, but I'll be back. I'll sleep here tonight.
Beyonce nods and looks out the window.
Sad music. Sad violin music playing. I close the door on the way out and I go back downstairs.
Upri will have joined Sal at the bar.
I kind of figured we'd hide in the room.
Oh. Barkeep, can I have a picture to go?
They slowly get you a pitcher,
You got fortified wine?
hand it over. Nah, none of that here.
Can I get a second picture then?
All right.
It's fine. They're good for it.
Sal looks in his pockets and he's like, oh, okay.
I forget. We still have nothing. We have 2 sugar daddies, essentially.
Well, one sugar daddy and Sal.
What? Yeah, you're the bankroll in this whole operation.
That's true.
But yeah, I motion to the barkeep. What's your name?
Ahmad.
Ahmad, is it okay if I take this tank upstairs?
Yeah, I don't really much mind.
Okay. I give him a nod and I walk up the stairs.
I mean, that's 2 silver, but
Oh yeah, I slide 2 silver. I kind of figured there was like a tab and I pay at the end and
no, we're not that type of establishment.
okay, 2 more silver. And then I guess whatever the pitcher costs.
2. The 2 pictures.
Yeah.
Okay.
You take all the pictures and you go upstairs with them.
As you're walking past the room that Beyonce's in, you hear some light sobbing.
Meanwhile, Upri, what?
Upri's just going to chug one of the pictures and go into the other room. Are they next to each other? Are they adjacent?
No, they are not adjacent.
Across the hall.
So there's just 2 random rooms within the same hallway.
Perfect.
But they're not.
So we pass the crying door and go on to the non-crying one.
Yeah.
Upri, why did you hurt Yonsei?
Yeah, what happened? I didn't see anything.
It's hard to explain. So, some things happened to me when I was imprisoned in the void for the last 5 years or so. Or at least I think that's how long it's been. Time is weird there. So, I believe the saying is in outside the Enchanted Forest, TLDR.
You bitch. Sorry. Beyonce's not here.
I was basically tortured. And then there's this guy, calls himself the director. Sometimes I still hear him. And sometimes when I'm angry in combat, my guard is down and he takes control.
Mm.
And my God, is he strong? And the strength he lends can be useful, but I can't necessarily control it. And then I was just in a blood rage and I struck Jan with my hammer. After murdering those two lovely ladies. But I mean, hey, they saw our faces. So yeah, anger issues, you know. Gotta be careful with that.
Well, this is a rough situation. And has this happened before between you and Yancey, or is this the first time?
She saw it once. He saw it once before.
I get confused sometimes too. I'm gonna be honest, Yancey.
I didn't come for them. It had ended before it came to that during the fight.
I think for the time being, we'll probably have to keep you. You'll be on the opposite ends of the group. Or if you feel like maybe you just need to talk to them about what's going on with you and why this is happening.
Does Yancey know the circumstances that come with?
No, we haven't really talked about that. I've been a little, have had a bit of a focus vision on account of that real nice lady telling me to find y'all.
Right.
Yeah, and Jan isn't always the easiest to talk to for me.
Well, maybe that's a good starting place.
Yeah, I definitely want to give him some time, though. You know, cry it out. And then when the tears dry, try talking.
Is there anything, any sort of gift that you could give Yancey as like something to smooth over?
Is there any candied bacon in this city, do we know of?
I think the market's nearby, if I looked at the map correctly. I could go look, see what I could find. You should stay here. I'm the most unassuming of us, so...
Right.
Although you technically were chased by the guards. But you got that nice head wrap on.
I got the head wrap on. I covered my face when I was at... You know, I think we're okay.
You're not
there.
a 7-foot green lady.
I'm not a 7-foot green lady. Or have horns.
Or 5'10" red man.
Right? Are they pink? I would say it's a pinkish
red. I'm
hue.
salmon.
Yeah.
Salmon. Oh, see if you can get some smoked salmon while you're out, too.
Yeah, I'll see what I can find.
That's for me.
Good snacks, yeah. I don't know how much salmon they have in the desert, but, you know, you never know.
Oh, right. That is really...
Yeah, you are in the most landlocked portion of the country right now.
Perfect.
Maybe they have salmon farms, though. They do have all the
I mean,
aqueducts.
the only place you could go that's more landlocked is the Enchanted Forest.
Oh.
But
We
The
have
lakes and
salmon.
rivers.
We have salmon in the.
Yeah, we got
Enchanted Forest.
rivers. Yeah.
there are no rivers here,
It's
though.
still like landlocked.
Yeah,
You know, it's
you
like
have freshwater salmon.
They exist.
Yeah,
Well, they're both. 'Cause-
Exactly.
yeah, you have freshwater salmon.
Yeah.
Okay, you sounded sarcastic.
Yeah, you did. Oh yeah, freshwater salmon. That's
Not quite like that, but
I just want you to know that this is all like enchanted stuff, so we can do anything we put our mind to.
okay.
They just fall from the sky.
we
All
can.
right.
We maybe can. The
DM
city
All right.
maybe can't.
All right.
We've broke the DM.
I mean, the DM's going to murder us, but
Ren will, I guess, go to the market, and I'm gonna look for a few things. I'm gonna look for the snacks, the pre-mentioned snacks, and anything else that looks delicious, and then also like stocking up on like my herbs and potions and lotions and things like that I keep in my healer's kit.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've restocked.
Yeah. So give me an investigation check.
Yes, I'm good at that.
You spot for deals.
16.
All right. 16. So, I mean, food carts are pretty easy to find once you reach the market. Lots of different places doing mixed grill. So lots of grilled meats, grilled vegetables, slow roasted things, some salted things, a whole kind of smorgasbord of options for you.
Candied bacon.
No candied bacon,
Can I get something close to candied bacon?
but yeah, you can get some like cured ham.
Okay. All right. I'll get a good diverse set of things
All
to
right.
bring back.
Your charcuterie board.
Yeah, a good charcuterie board.
Yeah.
Some hors d'oeuvres.
Horrivores.
That does you in just about 5 silver. Food's cheap in this world. It's the economy of charging people in taverns and shit is just kind of nonsense after the first level.
What? You mean this world doesn't have 6 corporations that own all the food?
That's real.
I mean,
That hurt me a little bit.
Yeah.
when
That made me
meals cost 5 silver for a nice meal, like, what are we going to do at 8th level?
You're just eating at 2-star restaurants, Michelin stars.
Oh.
Yeah. Y'all have plenty of money at this point. You're walking around with more cash.
Ren
Ren is
Ren
empty.
is walking around with more cash than most people have ever seen in their entire lifetime.
I could buy half of the city, I feel like, if I wanted
Exactly.
to.
At least, yeah.
Oh my God, do we derail and start a business? I'm just kidding.
I would like to buy the second tier of this city.
No lie, we did that in the other campaign.
Oh my gosh. So, you find a whole selection of things to bring back to the group, and you do find some of the herbs that you're trying to restock. I mean, some of the trickier things you definitely have to find some like specialty shops usually. So you'll have to kind of wait around. Hopefully you pick those up at some point, but
And then, as I'm doing all this, I just want to keep an eye out for any like fancy looking weapons, specifically short swords or daggers, just because Ren likes shiny, fancy things. And so, like, if I could add like a fun weapon to my belt.
sure, you can shop around. You're probably going to want to head towards the guild center, which is not far from here.
Okay.
But as you're kind of shopping around, weapons aren't really something that stall vendors are selling. But they point you towards the guild houses. So there would be like blacksmiths, a lot of artisanal shops, or workshops for making those types of goods.
Okay, I'll go do that.
All right, so you make your way into the guild area. It's set up in like lots of like little courtyard situations where there's the big guild houses kind of around like a moderately fancy looking courthouse. People all about, lots of haggling going on. And you're not quite sure where to look for anything specific, but you do make your way towards the blacksmith area.
I'm gonna look for the fancy looking blacksmith area.
Yeah. I mean, the whole, it's one guild house,
Sure.
and with lots of different stations for different people who are working by the furnaces. And you start kind of surveying the types of goods that are being provided, that people are working on. And you find this scrawny looking fellow, short, maybe 5'2", very gangly, long brown hair that he's kind of pinned up very hastily behind him. And he is just like wailing on this sword when you walk by. But you see on the table next to him these just gorgeous, fine detail like sabers. Just lovely, like inlaid with mother of pearl, silver embellishments. The hilt has these like little flourishes of like metal that kind of taper out in these intricate designs. And the blade themselves are actually quite good. It's not just all for show.
Like
These
well
are
weighted,
well weighted, nice,
pointy.
pointy, sharp, strong, durable blades.
Okay. Let me see here. Cause I've already got a good short sword. I've got some daggers. Does he have any like rapiers or anything like that? I am proficient.
You don't
Well-
see any.
I guess a saber is pretty close to a rapier.
That's true. What is the difference between like a short sword and a saber?
Here we go.
I think short sword is thicker.
Length.
A saber is the company that did the Power Rangers.
Get out.
I mean, it's the shape of the blade.
Gotcha.
Short swords are pointy, like they're straight, and sabers are a little bit curved.
From a proficiency perspective, do I just count it as a short sword? Like, or is it actually?
It would be a martial weapon.
Oh, then I'm probably not proficient. So. Oh, this is more of a slashy, and I'm more of a stabby. Okay. I'll look for then like either a dagger or a short sword, just to add to the mix.
Yeah. So he does
Well, you got
have
a
one short sword that is on that table. It looks unfinished though.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes. Hold on one second.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, just going at it, like throwing his full body into this fucking sword. Just like, you see the other people in this shop, like they're beefier men. And so they're just kind of like hitting things as you would normally see them hitting. Like, yes, they're putting a lot of muscle in it, but it's all in their arm. He is just like, you see he's like almost jumping into his blows
Putting
to
his
try
hips
to
into
get his weight
Putting his back
thrown into
into
the
it.
force. So he finishes that up. You see he takes a sword, he jams it in a bucket of water, it sizzles, and then he pulls it out and sets it on the table with a clang. Still unfinished, but then he wipes his hands off on his apron and looks up at you.
Hi, I'm interested in this one here, and I point towards the short sword. But it looks like it needs. The blade's not quite finished yet.
Ah, yes, that one was resting, because that's a thing that they do. Just,
Yes.
I have
Oh, yeah.
plenty extensive knowledge. and,
Resting the
you
metal. It's
rest
part of
the
the
metal.
spiritual process of making a sword. Yes.
Yes, I'll probably have it done by the end of the week.
Oh, I'll give it a solid maybe if you could hold it for me. If I'm not back by the end of the week, don't hold it. If that makes sense. Is that fair?
Yeah, I mean, well, you're here. Do you want to do any customizations?
With you right now.
I can engrave it.
Yeah, is there like any particular like inlay that you would like? What's the wrap situation? Do you like a nice grip, like or do you like it to have some flexibility, some give?
I prefer to have my pieces at the discretion of the artist. I want to see your flair on this piece. I like everything else that you've made, so just like do what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. And they push their hair, like they're fidgeting this whole time, and they like are pushing their hair back behind their ear,
Are you flirting with me?
kind of wringing their hands.
I think they're flirting.
All right. Yeah, come back. Let's say 3 days.
I could do 3 days. What's your name?
Yeah, my name's Bahir.
Bahir.
Yeah.
All right, Bahir, and you'll be here in this spot, same spot. You don't like rotate locations.
Yeah, this is my station.
Tony Award.
All right. Here, a little bit of a payment in advance, and I flip him a gold piece.
Oh, thanks.
I'll see you in 3 days, and I wink.
See you then. And they kind of look a little confused,
Okay,
but they
just a test. Just a test.
they pocket the coin, and then they grab that sword that they were working on, and they stick it back in the furnace and get back to work.
Cool.
I think he found a husband.
I don't know about that. He seemed weird when I winked at him.
He's going to ask for the protection plan next. Do you want our sword protection plan? If you don't like how it kills someone, turn it back in 30 days.
All right,
I thought that was
so
funny. Whatever.
you make your
Don't know nothing about
way
humor.
back to the
Oh, yeah.
tavern.
Mm-hmm.
So you enter the White Flask in a tavern.
Yep. I'm going to go up to the rooms and bring the foods.
All right, you enter the space. Upri and Salvador are there.
Should we present this in a special way? Beyonce is like I don't have a plate.
They'll eat it out of the bag. Hopefully.
Okay. So Sal walks over to Beyonce's door and knock, 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 room service.
You hear nothing in the room.
I try to turn the knob. Is it locked?
No.
Okay. Beyonce, we've got something for you.
And then Upper's just creeping behind Sal quietly.
It's your favorite, I think. What sort?
A cured ham. I couldn't find candied bacon.
Oh, we got some cured ham for you.
It's just like bacon, but
It's
no.
very similar. If you were in a different country called Canada, this would be delightful.
What the fuck is Canada?
It's not important. Can we come in?
Sure.
I sidle in.
Upper follows in, kind of standing behind Sal, but doesn't quite work because she's taller.
Oh, we're doing the talk now. Okay, we're
Oh,
coming
well,
in.
this is just
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
Well, I placed the plate of cured meat,
The offering.
the offering on the bed beside Beyonce, and I say, Beyonce, I'm very sad to hear about what happened in the fog, and I think that I look to Ren and Upri. I think that a lot of this can be cleared up if we just talk about it. There's some things that have happened to Upri that she can clarify with you about. I also think that I have some background on maybe what you're going through, Upri.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Or I know where we can find answers on that.
All right.
I feel like everybody looks at Sal confused.
Remember our time in the library? Yeah? You remember the book that we read with the big circle on it with the arrows? I pull out the notes. When you said the director,
Oh, yes.
the director is a titan in one of these books. There are 9 or so of these gods that play games with people. And I think that maybe
Well, fuck.
that is tied to what you were telling us.
All right, well, hold that thought. That'll be plan B as an excuse if this doesn't work. Yawn.
Beyonce says nothing.
Yawn, I'm real sorry. I didn't know what I was doing. I wasn't in control. Can you please forgive me if I promise never to use it again?
5 years.
I mean, that's a long time to wait for forgiveness.
Shut up. 5 years. I searched for you. I gave up my life searching for you. When that evil person took you away, I abandoned Pan. I just left. Because I felt that was my fault that I left.
It wasn't your fault, Yawn.
Shut up. I gave up my life for 5 years. I made deals with people I don't know. Every time I searched you, dead end, search, dead end, search, dead end. Then I find you. Instead of wanting to come home, you want to go gallivanting to find these 2 people we don't even know. I don't even want to be here. All I care about is the fact that you returned. And instead of wanting to know what happened to our family, what I've been through, you want to help these 2 people that you don't even know. I am your family. Me, not them. You haven't even asked what happened to me during those times. Do I even matter?
Of course you matter, Yawn. I mean, you know I'm not a great talker. And I will always be grateful that you got me out of there. But the past 5 years haven't been great for me either. That Titan or whatever, him and his lackeys tortured me, tried to convert me, make me one of them. Do you know how hard it was being trapped? Nowhere to go in the void? Constantly berated with words and other shenanigans, trying to break me, change my mind, who I am. I'm real sorry I lost control, Yawn. It won't happen again. And as far as why we're here, I should come clean about that to everyone. So while I was there, trapped, this lady, I can't remember if she gave her name or not. She looked real important, though, so I felt like I could trust her. She said she was there trying to figure out how to stop something bad. Real vague on the details, but I figure it has something to do with the void. And just being there for so long, knowing its nature, its all-consumingness, its darkness, I feel like I feel like if I didn't follow what she said, Jan, and we just went back and lived our lives, they'd be short. I feel like something's going to happen. If we don't stop it, there won't be no family to go back to. I want nothing more than to go back home. Believe me. But if we don't figure out what's going on, what she meant, and find a way to stop it, there ain't going to be no home to go back to. I was there long enough to know how powerful the void is. And these, I guess, titans, at least the one that was fucking with me. This is serious, Jan. It's bigger than us. I wish it wasn't. I wish it was on someone else's shoulders, but it's on ours. But we have each other. Hopefully, if you'll stay.
Yonsei looks down, then back up. And there's this long period of silence. Then Yonsei says, I'll stay. But after this, I am going home with or without you. I can't continue to keep my life on pause for this. I've already lost 5 years of my life, and I understand what you went through is traumatic. Truly, I do. But I can't continue going on these adventures day in and day out, almost getting killed. These 5 years have told me how much I miss my family, how much I need my family. And I consider you my family. You're my big sis. But if that means leaving you, I will.
Well, happy to have you as long as you'll stay.
There's another awkward silence.
I feel that was good talk. In terms of who I think is probably controlling you or has
Right.
Messed up your life so far, I pull out the poster of Vlad and I say, he was one of these people that was associated with this group that was investigating these peculiarities, the thing with the eyeball monsters, all the attacks in the town are probably related to this void monster, but there are also these titans who control people and play games with them, which seems to be happening to you, Upri.
I think all of us. I mean, we all have strange abilities that, at least I do.
Yeah, show your ring.
Oh, yeah, the ring, but also being able to, move Sharon. That's not something I can normally do.
Oh, I thought that was, okay.
I've never studied necromancy personally. I don't know.
Didn't want to ask.
Yeah,
No judgment zone?
That was a new that felt intuitive and it was weird. I've never done that before, but it felt like it just felt natural to tell her to walk. Felt like the right thing to do. I was not expecting it.
Same with the true desire I casted.
What is
it just
that?
came when Upri was attacking me. I just panicked and I just casted the thing that she wanted to kill the most, and it kind of saved me, at least. It felt natural, it felt good, but it also felt wrong.
Jan, you did that?
Yeah, I didn't know what else to do. I just wanted to be safe. I wanted to be protected. I didn't want you to kill me.
I mean, I would have did the same. But, so each one of us has some weird dark power?
Yes. I've been very hesitant to use any
Everyone
of them.
looks at Sale.
Whenever I pull out my Iron Stone, it's of a crystalline glass rose. I don't know. The person that, whenever I had my first interaction with him, he was very dismissive. And he said a lot of things were inconsequential.
That sounds a lot like mine.
Yeah, so I don't know. I have a fear that seeing now what has happened to you in regards to the director, I don't know what will happen if I am able to trade faces with other people or...
We'll
Trade
share.
faces.
Maybe I should start with a more regular one. It's not that I trade physical faces, but I can replace people's memories with other people's faces.
That could have saved us a lot of problems getting through the gates.
Yeah, they've seen our faces.
But they will remember that, oh man, this guy tricked me later.
Oh,
It's temporary?
All right, so
Yeah.
it's not okay.
All right.
All right.
There's one where I can make people amass narcolepsy. Yeah. But if
For those of us that were homeschooled, what is that word?
narcolepsy, well, you know, it's a medical term where people have a proneness to falling asleep when they shouldn't be asleep.
Oh.
Almost instantly.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
And is there a cause for that? Because sometimes I have trouble sleeping.
I think it's genetic. I don't know.
No, like to make people fall asleep.
Oh, to do that. I don't know.
It's cool. I'll just try some breathing exercises.
I probably have something that could help you sleep.
Oh, all right.
But if
Can
we
you
want
mix it with ale? Go, go, go.
Yeah.
somebody that would have more information on this would be the guy in the poster. And to find him, we have to go to the theater, I imagine.
See, they're important. This can't be just a coincidence, Jan. We're meant to be here, figure out what's going on, and then we can go home, okay? I promise. And I won't use that ability again on purpose. Sometimes it just kind of happens. But feel free to beat the shit out of me, knock me out. If it happens, I can take it. All right?
Beyonce looks at Upri. Fine. I will stay. But after this, I am gone. I really mean that. I am gone, with or without you.
All right. And I hope to go home with you.
I hope so too.
So more about the Vlad, what's his name?
Vladlin Purdue.
Vladlin Purdue.
The guy that you have a crush on.
I do not have a crush on him.
Sounded like you had a crush.
No, I don't. But he started this group back in 1419, which is about 47 years ago. And they were this scholarly group that was studying occultish things. The Void. Long story short, they got kicked out by some more of the more dubious parts of their organization. And Vladlin fled here because he has connections here. A monastery called the Vale, or that maybe was just the name of their group. And now that the order's taken over the city, they're probably rooting out people that are sympathetic to Source users like you, or people that are studying the occult, like at the monastery.
So they'd be in hiding?
Most likely.
Be our guess.
And we know they're alive?
We know that they were alive at least 9 years ago because they had connection with Alice Broke, which I think we talked about when we first met.
That's a long time to be alive or unalived.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that wanted poster was posted not
Oh.
too recently.
That's right.
Or not too
Lately.
lately. You get it.
So why don't
Fairly recently.
So why don't we just find him, turn him in, and collect the money?
That won't solve Upri's problem.
So he knows how to sever our connection?
I can't guarantee that, but he might know more, or who we could figure out to do it.
All right. She cracks her
There's
knuckles.
also a time witch, so maybe she could reverse time before you ever got stolen. I don't know.
What, a time? Wait, what?
Wishful thinking.
Wishful thinking. There potentially might be a time witch. We'll
All
see.
right. That could be useful if
That's-
we get them on our side.
Yeah. On another night with more liquor, we'll tell you the story of Marky and the time loop.
Oh, look forward to it.
What time in the day is it? It's like afternoon.
So it was late afternoon when you arrived at the Inn and Tavern, so you were probably ticking into the evening now.
I look at everyone and I say, I'm really tired, so if we're done with all this plotting and talking, I would like to go to sleep.
That's fair. It's been a long day. Do you want me to stay here, or do you want Upri to stay in the...
And I want you to stay.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to double check.
Sweet dreams. Upri says awkwardly and then scurries out of the room.
Bye.
Night, everybody.
Good night.
And then I barricade our door so that nobody can barge in.
Whoa. Is the
Probably a
standard
good choice.
procedure, Sal? What if there's a fire?
Well,
What if you have to use a bathroom?
that I guess not barricade, but I put at least something in front of the door, like the one nightstand that we have.
All right. I mean, I can move it quick enough.
Go to bed.
So you all drift off to sleep. After the events of today, no one sleeps particularly well. A lot is on your minds. But Yancey, so many of today's events and conversations are on your mind. They're competing for your attention. You feel so much anger, but also sadness, frustration, and a little bit of hopelessness that after listening to Upri talk, you realize you don't really have much of a choice, and that makes you feel stuck. Like you're pulling, and it's just pulling back, engulfing you. And as you drift to sleep, your mind begins to wander, hallucinating wondrous dreams, horrific nightmares. They all start to blend together into this all-engulfing cacophony of activity in your mind.
Okay.
And it's, even in your dreams, you can tell that you're unsettled, you're tense and stressed. And it's building, just like chaos, noise, static, and this deep, oppressive weight on your heart, pulling you down, and you feel yourself sinking into it all. And that's when you feel tentacles wrap around your ankles and your wrists. And they give you this like weightless feeling for a moment. You're just like lifted out of all of it. Just this like brief moment of just like silence, motionless, weightlessness. You take a breath in, you let it out, and you blink, finding yourself now standing in a shallow pool of water, maybe only a centimeter, either that or you're walking on top of it. In a vast, empty void. With one exception. A box floating 10 feet in front of you.
Can I go and grab it?
So you approach the box, and as you look at it closer, you see a tree on it. A blue jacandra tree. You notice in the image the treehouse, the 3 huts of the treehouse positioned in the branches. It feels warm as you approach it. It feels familiar.
I'm taking it all in.
You reach your hand out to grab it. And as you get closer, that warm, tingly sensation is like static on your fingertips, rippling down your body to your feet. And you make contact with the box. It feels so warm, so inviting. You take the box and bring it in towards you. You look down at it. You see this beautiful, beautiful tree that you know to be your home. And you hear the laughter of Nim, Upri's bellow of a chuckle, the chattering of all of the other strays. And it just fills you with so much warmth.
Yancey is tearing up.
You place your other hand on the box and you remove the cover from the box. And as you do, this bright light drowns out everything. And you feel this knowledge pour into you. And it fills you up to the brim. And you know this will help. But then you're hit with the ping of pain in your chest as you're reminded of the cost. You crumple over in agony as you feel all the muscles in your body start to glow a warm, red hot, burning sensation.
I'm screaming. Yeah.
Searing. You scream out into this vast whiteness. And you wake up. You are laying in a pool of your own sweat, breathing heavily, and your entire body feels weak.
Yonsei tries to get up, but has no strength to.
Yeah, you go to sit up and your abdominal muscles are sore, full of lactic acid.
I grab them.
You cringe a little bit from the pain and then collapse back onto the bed, exhausted. And you drift back to sleep. In the morning, you all wake up. You have received a long rest. And Yonsei, you are an 8th level warlock.
Gruel.
Gruel.
All right, what would you like to do in the morning?
Eat some of my snacks for breakfast.
All right.
Yeah, can I pull some water and bring it upstairs and try to scrub out some more of the stains from either of the twos? Because I was a steward, so I do have some proficiency with keeping a clean house and laundry and all that.
Oh, okay.
So
Yes.
I clean it and I repair it so that it looks like it's just regular clothing again.
Well, thank you, Sal. What a neat skill to have.
Part of the job.
I usually just throw them off into the woods and go get new clothes.
Where you get the clothes from?
Sometimes killing animals. I guess that's not really sustainable.
Gotcha.
Anywho.
Anyway, well, so should we have a powwow on what we want to do today?
Yonsei gets up and are they still in pain, or has the pain subsided?
The pain has subsided. You just feel... Your body doesn't feel quite the same. It's noticeably weaker.
Yonsei looks at their hands and then kind of just feels their body. Not in like a sexual way, but like in a way. Exactly. Just like kind of just acknowledging that they are in the moment. They're in the present right now. Especially after that quote unquote dream that they had.
Ren is sitting up in bed and looks over. Are you okay, Yonsei? You look sick.
They look noticeably gaunt to you, Ren.
Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just yesterday took a lot out of me. I just need to eat some breakfast and then we can continue going. Yeah.
Do you want me to take a look at you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Well, just let me know.
Hey, I will. I appreciate that.
I toss some of the cured ham over to you.
I grab it with my mouth. I grab it with my hands. Thank you, Ren. I appreciate it.
Ren will just get dressed and pack up things and get ready for the day.
Same with Yonsei. but at a much slower pace.
Well, today's Friday, right? In the calendar day.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I said it was.
Well, there's opera tonight.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
right.
That was our lead.
So let's, I guess, go find that spot on the wall and do what we can.
It's come back to me. I remember that name.
Yeah.
I walked downstairs with our empties and I put them on the counter for Adel. Was it? His name was Adel?
Ahmed.
Ahmed.
Empties.
Here you go, Ahmed.
Ahmed is not
Oh, he's-
in the
Gotcha.
tavern at this time, but you do place them on the empty bar.
What's the situation in the inn like? Is it busy or we can sneak out?
Yeah, so it doesn't seem like it's a morning establishment.
Hmm.
No patrons in sight.
Good.
Ahmed's not here. Seems pretty empty.
Yeah, I mean, we've paid. We could just
Oh, yeah.
go.
Yeah.
You don't need to sneak.
Oh, yeah. We just like out of
It's not like dine and dash. We just go.
yeah, we're paying customers. But yeah, okay. And we mosey on
To the sacred passage.
to the wall.
All right. So you get back on your task of crossing the city. Hopefully we don't run into anything along the way. Hard to say. Until it happens, I guess.
Yeah.
Can I make a nonchalant roll? Or chalant? Nonchalant?
So what are you trying to do?
Yeah, what are you trying to do?
Not look like a 7-foot green lady.
You stoop down.
You hunch over real bad.
You can give a deception check.
I can't give a hunch check.
Hunch is not a skill.
18.
Right. So
I'm hunching
you
real good.
crumple your body to just not look like a 7'6". Is it 7'6"?
No, I think I just said 7.
You're just 7 foot. Okay,
I think so.
just 7 foot.
Yeah.
So you know, I was 6.5
NBD.
foot.
Nah.
Green lady.
So yeah, and it
Dragging a tree.
seems to mask your appearance slightly, and you snake your way through the streets, and you find yourself somewhere near the financial district as you're making your way down one of these roads that's particularly quiet. Again, it's working hours. You're in the financial district. Not many people out and about on the streets. And you notice that one of the doors is ajar and nobody is around. Just kind of left ajar.
Of like a home or a building?
It looks like it might be a residential space. Hard to tell. They kind of blend together in this area.
Ha! Some dum-dum forgot to lock up.
Yeah. I don't know. We should just keep going, right?
Yeah, this seems
To our
like
destination.
yeah, this
Damn.
seems like a side distraction. Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm kidding, but like, do we want to rob them? I'm
know.
kidding.
It's like,
I'm
No,
just kidding.
we shouldn't. We shouldn't.
Okay, all right. I was just,
Let's not draw attention to ourselves as much
yeah.
as possible.
Okay, yeah.
So you pay it no mind, and you continue on. And you make your way to the place where the general area along the wall where Iris had pointed out, or was it Madame Vera? Madame Vera, I think it was.
Yeah.
Madame Vera pointed out the location of the secret passage.
It was Iris.
It was Iris.
It was
yeah.
Iris.
It was
Yeah,
Iris? Okay, cool. So you're on a long road that spans alongside the wall to the next tier up in the city. And you look down it, and you know this is the road that Iris told you to be on. It's right up against the wall, and you know that it's down some ways further. And you start to walk down it. And you're walking maybe 10 minutes.
the long road.
Then you're walking 20 minutes. You're walking 30 minutes. You're walking 40 minutes.
How big is the city?
You're walking.
We stop. We stop walking. Is it like on the map we should have run into something by now, right?
You pull out your map and you look at it. You look at your crossroads. You're on Temple Way, and you look at the street sign, and it's Fox Grove. So you go back to your map and you're like, oh, okay. Huh. Could have sworn that you would have passed that point by now.
That's what I thought. Or in I was gonna say a time loop, but a space loop.
On a walking
So we've been
moving sidewalk.
trying to pass up one block for an hour.
It seems like it. Well, if that's the case, this does seem like an enchanted spot for there to be a hidden door.
Yes.
The password. I wrote it down somewhere in my notebook.
Upri just stands up and shouts, "Friends, stand ahead!"
You call out.
She looks
You
very
don't hear
pleased.
anything.
Oh, fuck.
You tab bricks in a certain order and then say, "Speak, friend, and enter." Just kidding. That's two different. That's two different magic doors. Go
What,
ahead.
Did she say something about tapping bricks though?
No, that was a. It was a bad joke. Go ahead.
So nothing happens when I shout.
Nothing happens.
Was there anything else that Iris said? There was the note with the password that Upri just said. What else could there be? What else did the note say?
Horace, which is probably the contact's name.
Well, maybe
Odium. Sublime, yeah.
maybe friends stand ahead isn't necessarily the password, but like instructions.
Yeah, it's like, because I thought the password was Horace.
So we gotta stay in somewhere.
Oh yeah, you guys go. One of you go that way.
Upri like, jogs off.
Yeah, we'll wait here.
Here,
No, keep going. Keep going.
keep going.
No, just keep going until you find us again.
Oh, okay.
Or until you find Fox Grove.
How do you spell it? I'm just fucking with you.
Just
She
keep-
goes.
So Aubrey walks off,
Jogs.
jogs off. The rest of you stand in this intersection.
Oh shit.
Casually against the wall, reading a newspaper.
Beyonce is just kind of in and out of focus. Not like Beyonce themselves is blurry. Like they're focusing in, and you kind of notice that they're kind of in space right now.
Are you sure you're feeling okay?
I'm
I pull you aside. I hold you back. Like you're just
once
kidding.
again.
What, this is a dream?
Again, you just don't look. You don't look like yourself. You look very sick.
I'm fine. It's really been a long. I don't know how long it's been, but it's just been a long few days.
Yeah.
Okay.
I promise I'm good. I will. If something's wrong, I will speak up.
All right.
You can tell that they're not telling the truth about that,
Sure.
though.
Yeah.
I promise I'm fine. And then I flash a fake smile.
Okay. All right. All right.
So is Upri still receding into the distance, or do they loop back
Yeah,
around?
you see Upri walking, jogging off down the road. Salvador, it's been a while since you've seen anybody
No passengers.
besides yourselves.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's daytime, but gosh. I mean, it's been almost an hour.
Are there any birds that are flying around either?
You haven't seen any. You don't recall, now that you're thinking about it, seeing a bird for a while. It's usually pigeons in the street nibbling at something.
Maybe we should go down a side street. I relay that to my friends Yonsei and Ren.
That is
Yes.
fair.
There have been no citizens on the streets, no anybody, except for that open door that we passed by.
Yeah.
Can any of you
That was a
detect
while
magic?
ago.
I'm assuming there's magic, but
Oh, I can't detect
I
magic.
mean, I imagine that there is. We'll see if Upri like finds this street again, this cross street again. Either finds us or it comes back. One of the two.
and the passcode was friends stand ahead.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This is stupid, but maybe we have to stand in order of height and then say it all together.
We could try that when Upper gets back. It's not a
Very-
bad idea, actually.
Upri, let's pay you a visit.
Was I given instructions to come back? All right, I'm just going to keep going.
You are jogging.
Yeah.
You've just left the party.
Yep.
So you start jogging. And you see someone ahead of you.
I slow down to
Jogging the opposite direction, away from you. In a burnt red robe. They're jogging. You're slowly kind of approaching them. They're in the middle of the street.
When I get closer, I'm going to go, you're out for a morning jog too?
You, before you go to speak, you hear your own voice just maybe a second ahead of you
So ask me that?
say the same words.
What? Wait, what?
And again, before you're even able to say what you want to say, the words are ahead of you.
I stop jogging. I stand still.
And they had already stopped.
I start slowly walking backwards, not turning my back to... Is their back still to me?
Their back is still to you. And they have started walking backwards.
I turn around and sprint.
You turn around, and as you do, you see the back of somebody in a burnt red robe sprinting off ahead of you.
I guess I run after them.
And you're sprinting, they're sprinting, you're running and running and running. And as you continue to follow them, your eyes begin to refocus and you see another and another and another. All just one step ahead of the next. And as you look down, you notice that the buildings on the road are repeating over and over and over again, like one long landscape of the same two buildings.
Oh shit, I wish I was alone. Up here's gonna stop again. I look at the wall.
You look at the wall. It is a bare sandstone wall. There is one window next to a door.
On the wall?
Yeah.
Is the door unlocked?
You go to turn it. You notice that there is a door to the right of it. And you see your hand on the handle there as well.
Just the hand?
And the door to the left. And then as you turn down, you just see the back of your head and a hand on a door as far as you can see.
All right, stay calm. Someone clearly smacks something my eye. All right. I close my eyes and then I open the door.
You hear the creak of the door as it opens.
Oh shit. I guess I open them to go in. I open them. What do I see?
You open your eyes and you see ever-present darkness beyond that threshold.
Oh, I immediately shut that door.
You slam it, you hear an infinite number of slams. Just as a wave, a cacophonous wave down the road.
Yikes.
Let's see. All right. We almost floated away that one time. All right, we can figure this out. We can
Are you talking out loud?
Yes. Oh no!
You hear your voice in tandem now on the other side of the store.
On the other side of the door?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! That means the other
And
maze
as you
went
look
through.
around, you notice that the copies of you are gone. The infinite doors are gone.
So I guess I already went through in the infinite future maze. So I open the door and I go through.
You open the door. You don't see or hear anyone.
It's just dark. Take a deep breath when I step in.
You step in. And as you pass the threshold, you step out onto the road.
Oh, thank God. Are there other mazes?
No.
Oh. Is everything fixed?
No.
Fuck.
You look around, you still see the same buildings over and over and over.
All right. I think I'm just going to engage in some breathing exercises. And then I'm going to start screaming, Red Sail God! Over and over again. Hello! Somebody!
You start screaming and pacing the road. You hear your voice echoing down the road. Your shoes hitting the cobblestone. Your feet hitting the cobblestone as you pace.
And nothing?
And nothing.
All right. I'm going to place Fern down in front of me. All right, Fernie. We've been worse. We've made it through. Let's do this together. I've missed you, girl. I don't know if I've said that yet, but it's good to see you. I'm going to open my magical awareness and see what I sense within 60 feet of me. And then, Fern kind of grows into the road a little bit.
Yeah. You sense yourself. You sense Fern.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh, shit. All right. What's plan C? Start hitting stuff? How tall is the wall? I can't climb it.
You can climb it. I mean, they're buildings, so maybe 15 feet onto the roof of one, 20 feet onto the roof next to it, because there's a single story and a double story.
You know what totally won't make me lose my mind is getting a high point advantage and seeing everything that's the same in all directions. So let's do it. Let's climb.
All right. So you begin to scale the wall. You get on top of the first story building, and there's another building behind it, a second story. So you scale that one up, climb onto the windowsill, pull yourself up onto the eaves, and up on top of the building, and you look out into a grid of buildings as far as you can see. Just road after road after road of the same two buildings. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Well, of course the fucking stupid one is stuck in this puzzle. Shit. I mean, at this point, I feel like if I look in one of the windows, is there anything inside the house or is it just darkness?
They're glass panes. And as you look into them, you don't see your reflection.
Oh, shit.
They're weirdly opaque. Like a solid color blue. The same shade as the sky. The solid blue sky.
All right, one last thing. I'm going to smash the window.
You smash it.
With my hammer, not my hand.
And as you do, you fall in tumbling through the darkness.
What?
As if you're weightless in space, just tumbling head over heel over head over heel. You hear the shattered glass kind of ringing and dissipating. And then you're floating. Everything is black in every direction, and you are in complete silence.
What? Hello? I tried to shout. Do I hear my own voice?
You hear the words leave your lips, and they're instantly a million miles away.
All right. Keep it together. Keep it together, Uppy. Fuck. I think she's just gonna gingerly start walking in a direction and hope for the best.
You begin to walk forward until you see a dot
Oh,
of light.
I'll start running.
You begin running towards that light. As fast as you can go, you are sprinting towards that light. And the rest of you hear Uppy running out of a door maybe 10 feet away. You find yourself in the road.
Oh,
You see Salvador, Yancey, Ren talking about the bricks.
I run up and I scoop each one of them, give them a big ol' hug.
Oh, what?
Smooch on the forehead.
What are you
Oh, I've been
doing?
gone so long. I've missed you.
Gone for like a minute, maybe.
It's been like a minute for you all,
Don't
yeah.
ever let me go anywhere alone ever again.
All right,
okay?
all right.
Uppy, as much as I enjoy this hug after you tried to kill me yesterday, put me down.
Sorry, y'all. All right, Ren,
Yes.
what kind of vendor did you buy that ham from?
A regular vendor?
It wasn't like a happy
vendor?
fun time vendor.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
All right. I don't know where I was just now. I was not here.
How did you get in that building?
I don't know. Everything was the same in all directions, and I just tried climbing, and then I started hitting stuff, and then I got swallowed by the darkness, and here I am.
And you didn't learn anything from your travels.
Wow. Could you use a kinder tone, please?
Sorry. Did you learn anything from this?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, if we all go together, maybe it'll happen again, but I really hope not.
Okay.
Well, there's one way to find out.
Okay.
Hold out my hand for Uppy.
And we're going to go together.
Yeah, we should stay linked or something.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I grab hands.
We Red Rover run.
We ran over down the road.
Should we keep saying friends stand ahead as we do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, you link arms and begin to walk down the road yet again.
Did you tell us about you wearing a red robe? Because that seems somewhat important.
Oh, it's just a red dress I'm wearing.
Oh, you're wearing a red dress.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. I kept seeing Infinite Maze,
Oh.
and they were always doing what I was going to do, but like a second ahead of me.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised I held it together.
Could you like turn and like somehow juke yourself so that you get a view of yourself?
No, there was ahead of me that knew what Uppy just throws up a little.
Uppy looks.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yancey looks at Uppy. Breathe. Fucking breathe. It's okay.
How far ahead of you were they?
It depended on what I was doing. But they got real close at one point, and I didn't like it.
Wait, you said they were talking ahead of you?
Yeah, it's like they knew what I was going to say. Like, just as I decided to say it, they had already said it.
Maybe that's the trick to this. Maybe we have to go into that world and say, friends stand ahead.
Yeah, did you try that?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
Okay, let's go. No. All right. Let's I guess
We'll
we'll
run.
skip forward
Yeah.
in formation
Okay.
in the infinite universe.
Just don't leave me alone, please.
Well, we know how to get back. We just need to dive through a window, right?
Oh, I guess that's right.
So you skip ahead,
Maybe not skipping, but
arms linked, and you skip ahead both figuratively and literally until you find yourself at Linden, the intersection that you've been looking for. Sure enough, along the wall there are 3 bricks that seem to be loose. Ren, you can spot them instantly.
It's those.
Oh,
Okay.
Look at them. They're just so. See how they're weird? So they don't quite match, and they're a little bit. They're like the grout on the. They're just not quite right. I don't know. So I'm gonna try the password again. Upri, feels like you deserve to get this one.
No, you go ahead.
Yonsei just says a friend stands ahead.
As you do, you start to hear the grinding of metal and stone.
Upri winces.
A little bit of the grout crumbles and falls to the cobblestone, and the bricks begin to shift apart, revealing an archway in the stone. In the shadow of the archway, you see steps leading up, perpendicular to your view, as if they go off to the left, up the wall. And that's where we're gonna end the episode.
Oh, I'm not going first. I'm not.
And with that, we bring today's chilling tale of loss and tragedy to a close. Thank you all for joining us on this journey into the abyss, and we hope you enjoyed this episode of Shadows of Prophecy. Join us next time as we plunge into yet more fuckery. A special thank you to our generous patrons, JayCeeAitch, Chris B, and Maggie Z, whose unwavering support keeps the candles burning bright here at Goblin Forge. We'd also like to express our gratitude to Scrubcast for their exceptional sound mastering, music, and effects. They have been invaluable in bringing our story to life. And of course, a big thank you to our talented players, Kendrick, Russell, Chris, and Dan. We are thrilled to have you on board and can't wait to see where our adventures take us next. Our theme song, written by the talented electronic vapor soul artist Lusk, sets the perfect tone for our podcast. Make sure to check out their latest album. Thank you, Audra, for Como Rebi. This podcast is a Goblin Forge production. Follow us on Instagram at goblin_forge_TTRPG and join our Discord community. If you enjoy our podcast, consider becoming one of our patrons at patreon.com/goblin_forge for free bonus content, including handouts, encounter maps, and adventure guides. Your support means the world to us. Lastly, please give us a 5-star review on your podcast platform of choice. It helps us get the word out and share our stories with even more listeners. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time for another unforgettable performance and find out, where does friend stand?